Welcome, guys, to our season recap and playoff preview for K1. It is I, Walter Hudson. To my left, Mr. Peoples, man of the Peoples, Cortez Peoples. How you doing?
Doing good. How y'all doing?
We all right, man. All right. And to my right, we got Mr. Bron Shabron. How you doing, my guy?
Doing good.
All right. Let's dive straight into this. We're going to talk about the brackets and the seeding so far. So I'm going to go over the seeding. So first seed, we have the Spurs. Second seed, we have the Grizzlies. Spurs 9-2 and Grizzlies 9-2, but the Spurs got the tiebreaker over the Grizzlies throughout the season as they beat them. So that's your 1 and 2. Your 3 is Lakers at 8-3. Celtics at 7-4. Heat at 7-4. The Celtics have the tiebreaker over the Heat. The Nets 6-5. Warriors at 7. Well, the Nets are at 6. Warriors at 7 with 5 and 6. The Bulls are at 8, 5 and 6. Warriors have that tiebreaker over the Bulls. Bucks at 9, 4 and 7. Sixers at 10, 3 and 8. Thunder at 2 and 9 for 11. And at 12, the Hawks are 1 and 10. And I hate to say it, but the one win came off of the forfeit for the Warriors. That's our seeding. And oh, we guys. So I'm gonna start with you, Shabron. Did this seeding and did it play out the way you thought? Were there some surprises in there at certain spots?
There's definitely some surprises. I had the Bulls and definitely the Warriors up higher in the seeding. The Lakers, I had them a little bit down lower, but still I had them going maybe 5. But 3, they came and they played for the rest of the season and so I finished out strong.
How about you, Cortez?
Yeah, I mean, the Warriors definitely sitting at 7, but yeah, that's probably my only surprise. Yeah, I'm not shocked. Spurs, Grizzlies, Lakers, and Celtics being top. Well, I am kind of surprised about the Celtics because I was kind of decisive of how they was going to come into the season, but yeah, they came in blazer blue and coming in there.
Yeah, they did their thing. Yeah, so for the first round of the playoffs, the first 4 seeds get a bye, for those who don't know. So the Spurs get a bye for the first, the Grizzlies get a bye at second, the Lakers get a bye at third, and the Celtics get a bye at fourth. So technically, it's a play-in to the playoffs. So those 4 teams don't play, and then we get the top 8 seeds like we would do in like the East or Western Conference for the NBA. So for that first spot, the 9 and 8 play, and that'll be the Bulls and the Bucks. Guys, this is the only first round for me where I do not know who's going to get the victory. I'm not sure. If everybody for the not having Marcus Pope all season definitely hurt the Bucks, I think, as we all know. But the Bulls at full strength are one of the highest scoring teams. They are 4th in scoring at 69.1 a game. Cortez, talk to me about this 8-9 game. Do you think it'll be interesting? Do you think it'll be one-sided? How do you feel about it?
I mean, both of them not great defensively. Am I picking who I'm gonna pick? Boy?
I mean, just how do you think it's going? Like, do you think it's going to be closer? Do you think it's going to be further apart? Like,
I definitely think it's gonna be close.
Okay.
Because of what it is, like it's the first round of playoffs, they're gonna be in their passion, and Nick Crow definitely, Barry, Quan, all those pieces that are passionate individuals when they play. So I do think it's gonna be close.
Okay. How about you, Shabron?
It's gonna be a close game for sure. Barrick is a monster down low, but Nick Crow is as well when he's playing at 100% at full strength because of that cheap stuffer. For sure. We got him like 13 boards a game.
Yeah, exactly 13
points. So this is going to be tough. And if Buckner is there and he's playing at shooting well, that's tough offense to stop when they got their 2-man going and Brooks get going as well. He averaging like 17, 18 points a game as well. So
yes, something like that.
They definitely can put points up on the board. It just the Bucks got to be able to keep up with this scoring. And you never know with them who's going to carry that scoring load.
I agree. I believe the Bucks are not necessarily a high firing team. And with Barrick down low, who was co-defensive player of the year last year, of the season last year. We say year, but we have 2 seasons in a year. But with Barrick being one of those guys down low defensively, I think that with Nick Crow being a part of the Bulls, it's going to take a Barrick kind of out of the game as a shot blocker or a rim protector, knowing that Nick Crow can just get the ball dumped down to him. And I believe Cortez Buckner, when he is playing, he leads the league in assists outside of Antonio Marshall. So, like when, for example, if I'm game planning for the Bulls, I'm game planning to make Buckner a scorer, not a passer, because they have too many shooters. The Munoz brothers. Miguel just played, he missed a lot of weeks, but Miguel just showed up for the last game, and he shot the ball very well. We know Benny, we call him Benny Buckets. He shoots the ball very well. People don't talk about him, but Carson Monk can shoot the ball when needed to. Brooke Shun can shoot the ball when needed to. I think there's a lot of guys, even Nick Crow has knocked down some 3-pointers with the few that he's taken. So if Buckner can get those guys involved in shooting the ball, then it's a whole nother ball game. But I don't know how the Bucks will counter it. I think the Bulls have the advantage, but you never know. This Bucks team is real gritty, and Wally Watson is also somebody that gets people involved too. So it's definitely going to be a game to look out for. If Buckner and Watson are in their bag, moving that ball and passing it around, with Caleb Johnson out there, Tristan Swartz out there, the 2-ball champions, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. It's going to be a good one. 2-ball champs. So for the next matchup, I'm kind of going out of order. I went 9-8, but to see that 2 seed, you're going to have the Warriors and the Sixers going off against each other. Shabron, how you feel about the Warriors-Sixers matchup?
Going off the eye test, like the Warriors, regardless of how they finish the season, I feel like they're going to be one of the tougher teams to beat because when they get going, they get going quick. 76ers, their whole problem all season has just been finishing the game. They start off strong almost every game and be up leading at halftime, and then they just lose it in the second half. So if you lose it, the Warriors seem to have been like a second half team. They play around the first half, and the second half they come out shooting and firing off. So 76ers can control the second half, they have a chance. But if not, the Warriors going to blow them out.
What you Mr. Beagles?
So the Warriors going to probably blow them out.
Probably.
Yeah.
Are we unsure?
I think they probably blow them out. Because they're going to come loaded. I mean, they have been a team this year that just, I feel as though just going through the motions, playing the game. Some, with 4 players, and they still managed to be second in offense. Like, that speaks high volume.
I agree.
Obviously, 8th in defense. I mean, they played, 4 games with 4 players. So, yeah, you're going to fall with the 8th in defense. So, with their full team, they're definitely a formidable team to win it all. So I just think that Sixers game, it's going to be interesting because Barry is going to do his thing. But, I don't think it's going to be much of a game. Because then they beat them with 4 players?
They did. They beat them with 4 guys.
But also, Brandon Berry is that 40-point coming, and he can get going.
Leading the league in scoring.
Yeah, but also with the defense as well with the Warriors, like they don't seem to try on defense. Is what I've seen. I've gathered from all season long. They have gone games where they've only had 2 or 3 fouls a game. That is like you only get that when you're not really trying on defense. You're not trying to defend nobody. So.
Yeah, I mean, if we're looking at it, the Warriors generated, about 12 fouls a game. But most of them aren't even like shooting fouls. They're like reaches like on the perimeter and stuff, trying to like get breaks started and things like that, or jumping lanes and bumping into people. They have a really good rim protector in help me out, guys. Latrell Tidwell, who does a really good job of blocking shots without fouling. He's more mobile than people give him credit for. He's about 6'7". Not the best athlete, but he's very good at timing and really good quick hands. So that definitely helps them with a paint presence. So teams are kind of forced to shoot on them, and they allow him to kind of like roam the paint instead of just guarding somebody straight up. I see him zone from time to time, but not necessarily if they don't have to. But they've been having a zone when they play with 4 guys. So like you say, their numbers are really skewed, which makes them a harder matchup in the playoffs for some people because it's hard to scout somebody that's only played with 4 guys. And people aren't used to playing with 4 guys and having one person roam. So it's a whole nother ball game when they have 5 people. I think the only time they lost they lost, I think, to the Celtics, was it? I think it was the Celtics and the Spurs.
Yeah.
I think those were the 2 teams they had lost to when they had 5 guys.
Yeah.
But, that goes to show, they didn't have the chemistry. So, like I said, this Warriors team is definitely better than 7. They're going to surprise people in these playoffs. And Sixers have it out for them. The only thing the Sixers have the advantage in is the rebounds. They're second, just looking at these numbers, they're second in the league in rebounds per game at 45 a game. The only team below them is the Grizzlies with 46. So if they can secure the boards and get more possession, they'll have a chance. But this team shoots too well. So we'll have to see. So for that 3rd seed game, the Lakers sit in that 3rd spot for the bye, and the Nets and the Thunder are going to play each other. Nets coming off of a loss though to the Heat. I'm not sure how that's going to translate them into the playoffs, but having LJ and having Black Binion guys like that, you always have a chance to win, even the whole thing. Mr. Peoples, how do you feel like that matchup's going to go with the Nets versus the Thunder?
Honestly, I think it's gonna go pretty interesting. Especially if Nate playing to his potential.
Bino's supposed to be there too.
Bino, and that's a double edge for Bino because it's like, yeah, we know he can score, but where's his endurance? Like, is he gonna be endurance enough to go up and down the court, with the likes of LJ, the likes of Black, Mook, CJ Link, and all of them. So, like, that's that's more of a we got to see it to actually say, all right, boom. But if he is playing, if he is the person that we know he can be, it could be a good game. It can go down to the wire almost. And Antonio Dyson has come into his own these last couple games. I guess when the king of the hill, he's like, hey, I'm the king.
Mitch.
So,
Mitch.
Yeah. So, king of the hill. My fault, I'm talking too much. So, I think it's gonna be a good game.
I agree. How about you? How you feel about the Nets and the Thunder?
Nets and Thunder, man. I feel like the Thunder have been playing like how they've been playing the past few weeks. They are capable of winning this game. But it's the same story with just like the 76ers. They will be up and then just lose it in the second half. They just have problems controlling the game, controlling the game. They make stupid mistakes at the end. But it also depends on who shows up for the Thunder as well. They've been playing well because I feel like the dynamic of the team has changed with a few players that have not been there. And they've been playing more aggressive, like Antonio Dyson. I feel like that King of the Hill put a battery in his back. Like, I can score. Let me go score against these guys.
He definitely did. After that King of the Hill tournament, he definitely got a lot more aggressive and realizing like, hey, I actually just played a lot of these guys one-on-one. I think he can do a pretty good job. Yeah, I think that's very true. Very, very true. So we have another one of our guys showing Mr. Trey Deuce. How you doing, my guy?
What up? How y'all feeling, man?
What's going on?
Deuce in the water.
Deuce
Y'all already know my slogan, man. The black dove from above, your eyes in the sky, man. How y'all doing? Y'all finally get to see my face.
All right,
behind
man.
the mic.
So we want you to give your opinion off rip, my guy. So we talking about the Nets and Thunder right now for that 3 spot. How do you feel like that game's gonna go, my guy?
You know what's crazy, man? It took me so long to do my bracket today off the strength of that, because we not gonna act like the Thunder ain't got it. When they got their people, they got it. We seen it just Sunday against the Lakers.
Great game.
Come on, man.
Great game.
So it's like, and then same with the Nets. It's like when they got everybody, they can dominate, but their problem is a lot of turnovers and foul trouble. That would be their problem. Same with OKC though. They make dumb turnovers, just moving too fast. So both of those teams are basically like pace setting teams. Like if you're on their pace, then you gotta play at it, and that's just that. Like if they running it, they running it. We seen it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of like I said this past Sunday, seen a lot of game change, a lot of game speed changes with those teams. Especially with OKC, like at one point, if they're feeding Devin Bent the ball, it's more than likely going to be a slow tempo game. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to find that opening. But if you want Dubs or Antonio Dyson to get the ball, or Nate Hill got the ball, you're trying to get a bucket within 5 seconds. I'm gonna be honest, especially with Jacquees. Once he get the ball, it's either I'm at the rim, and with Nate, it's either I'm shooting. Honestly, he give you a quick tween, and I'm stepping back and I'm shooting, and that's within 5 to 8 seconds of the shot clock, and that can cause a lot of problems when it comes to playing. OKC with playing the Nets would be that not wasting enough time, honestly. Like you got a 30-second shot clock. You feel me? 25, 30 seconds.
Pace.
You know what I'm saying? To try to get the ball off in 8 seconds is crazy. At the beginning of the half, like not even we're in the first half and you already shooting threes, and there's nothing wrong with coming off the rip shooting threes because we see it from everybody. But automatically, you coming off the rip 5 seconds, you pulling up at the top of the key, that was a waste of a possession. Now the other team basically get that opportunity to be like, okay, since they don't want to set no plays, let's set something up. They just want to go off rip. Nah, we finna, okay, let's put ours in place. Let's get it done.
So the Thunder basically have to keep a good pace and have to do a good job managing their leads.
Yes.
Also, y'all know Walter already know controversy. Listen, let me tell you something.
Here we go, y'all.
I'm sorry, Mr. Blandon.
Uh-oh.
But it just sometimes
The substitution is
you just
crazy.
gotta go ahead and bite the bullet and just sit down, my guy.
And I'm with you on that. Tanky, you are my homie. You know that.
But in the midst
It's
of that game,
certain times where you cannot be in the game, and that goes for substituting Dane Marshall. There's plenty of times where he didn't even need to be in the game, but there was times where he needed to be in the game, and he was sitting down. Like, they made the switch this past Sunday. They got mad at each other. I don't know if y'all seen it, but
I was right there.
Dame literally was about to get in, but Jaquise had hopped in, and Tanky was still on the court, and Lakers end up basically going on like a
I think it was like
a 10-2.
they actually turned the game.
Yeah, it was like a 10-2. It was like a 10-2 run, and Dame was like, "Nah, like Tanky, like you gotta go." And everybody, the Lakers is a fast team. Like they get, especially Lil Dre, even Big Dre, at the age he at, the man moves. D-Rap, they get down the court. OKC, y'all kind of got a couple people who don't really want to get. I wouldn't even say don't even want that can't get down the court like that off a quick transition. Like, the only people you would really see off that quick, like off a steal, you go see Jacquees probably running down the court. You go see Nate probably stop at half court. Dubs probably, between Jacquees and Dubs, them the only two people that's really you go see as that's going to try to get a block. Yeah.
And Antonio Dyson as well. And Devin Venn, he's third in blocks.
I need Devin to get some more blocks.
He's third in blocks, though.
He can be third, but with
I-
his height,
I already tanked. We already
I
talked
ain't
about
trying
it.
to come at you, my guy, but
no, it's no hard feelings.
I already talked to you about it, my guy. I think you'll make the adjustments.
It's certain.
Questionable substitutions and just coaching mistakes down late in the game, just making adjustments and when to go in the zone and how to set up your defense late in the game. That's it.
I think we all just want to see y'all win.
Yeah.
I think that's what
I wanna see y'all
everybody wants to
for
see
real.
y'all win. Like, I think y'all have. We
lost
know y'all
by
got
two.
the talent, but we
well,
want
then
to see y'all
again,
win.
let me do my bracket first. Then I might win.
I always pick y'all to lose, but during the game, I be wanting y'all to win.
I do be wanting them.
I know.
I be cheering for them to get a
dub.
Like, sometimes I be trolling. Like, ain't nigga, like, sometimes when everybody be like, you really picked the Thunder. And the crazy thing is, every time I pick the Thunder, they never get blown out.
You need to start
Every
picking
time
them.
I have picked it, they never gotten blown out.
What if you just don't pick? That might win.
Because when I did pick, it was a disgrace, and I'd be so mad, and I'd pull up, and everybody be like, man, I don't even want to talk about it.
Tone Brooks, by the way, I'm going to say this, we're going to move to the next game. Tone Brooks called me about the Thunder, and he said, watch this, they going to give us a game. And lo and behold, y'all gave him a game.
Off
Tone
rip.
knew what was going on.
Off rip.
So that's all I got to say. Shout out Tone Brooks for the Lakers, who is in that third spot. I'm not going to lie, I would love to see the Thunder and Lakers again in the playoffs. I would love to see that matchup again, because if the Thunder beat the Nets, that's what we see, but
That's gonna be
those Nets
crazy.
not going, man. Those
Yes.
Nets, I think they're third in defense. I want to say they are. The Nets are third in defense, so it's not. They not nothing to play with. But we're gonna move on to the next matchup. The next bye we have is the Celtics, and that matchup is the Heat versus the Hawks.
Giving it to
I'm gonna start this off right now by saying that the Hawks are number 12 in offense and number 12 in defense, and we only have 12 teams. So that lets you know that the Hawks only score 62.1 points a game, and they give up 86.4 points a game. I don't see any team winning if you're giving up 86.4 points. And then the Heat, with the tear that they're on, they started their season. I forgot what their record was, 2-5, and they ended 8, and they ended 8-5. I want to say, I think that's their record. Yeah, no, 7-4. I'm sorry, they started 2-4 and ended 7-4. Right, but they're still on the tear. Them and the Grizzlies are only teams that have more than a 3-game win streak going into the playoffs. So, yeah, Hawks. I don't know what y'all got to do. Y'all might need to just pray, an extra prayer in the huddle.
They need a couple
in the
extra
circle.
jerseys. I'm gonna be real. A couple extra jerseys wouldn't hurt.
Just going off the eye test with the Hawks, they got players that can play. They just don't play well together.
They don't guard.
Not even. They just ain't. You got to think about it. Them and the Bulls are really like the only two teams who, and the Warriors, but the Warriors, we're gonna talk about that later on. That had like a consistent of 6 players like every time. Like it was always like a consistent of 6 or 7 players. And the Hawks really just be having 5, honestly. Like it just be those 5. So they're playing a good 40 minutes straight. And to play other teams that always got fresh legs every 2 to 3 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, they got players.
They gotta play.
They just gotta play. They gotta have that dog in them. Honestly, like it don't click to them until second half. Like the first half be dragging with them, and then it'd be like second half. All right, let's pick up the pace. No, we should have picked up the pace within 15 minutes of this game to set the pace.
It's like it looks like they just take turns. It's like one time, it's like it'll be White, or it's gonna be Jeremy, or it's like gonna be somebody else. They just like take turns instead of one person controlling it and taking advantage and getting their heat check on.
Monahan is my favorite guy.
That's my dog.
Monahan does a really good job of pacing the ball. Does a really good job taking smart shots. He makes important shots throughout the game.
Mm-hmm.
He's capable of scoring 20 points a game if given these shots.
And the crazy thing is, he did well for his height. He did well in the
he's like 5'5" or something.
He did well in the
He made it to the final.
Yeah.
So no, Monahan is a bucket. The guy can score.
The man is a bucket.
The guy can score. I'm pretty sure you ain't got nothing to say.
About this matchup?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's going to be closer than what people think.
What?
Only reason is this: they're going to bring all their players, the Hawks.
Okay.
Everyone is going to come. Listen to this. The Hawks scores 62 points a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Heat scores 68 points a game. Obviously, the Heat play better defense. They have a little bit more athletes.
Tied 4th.
And obviously, the Hawks are 12th in defense because they play 5-6 games with 3-4 players or whatever. So, like, they have some players. Like Shepherd can shoot it. They have a lot of shooters. They do have people on their team that do know the game of basketball. Obviously, everything y'all said is accurate. But I'm telling you, like they're gonna hit some shots on Sunday. They're gonna play hard because they know going into it. They know everybody say that he gonna win. They're gonna play hard.
They need to drink a playoff potion.
Like they gonna. I'm not saying he gonna
They
do
gonna
it,
have that.
but I'm saying they gonna
Space Jam.
They gonna play. They gonna give all that they have. And while the Heat going into it, probably it's the Hawks. The Hawks going into it like, hey. All we need to score is one more point better.
No, seriously.
But,
like,
so,
2 possessions could literally change that whole game.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and trust me sitting right here not saying the Hawks gonna beat the Heat. I'm just saying, don't
keep an open eye.
Yeah, like, because they can shoot it.
What you got,
I was about to say, you say that, but just a couple weeks ago, the Heat did play the Hawks, and then Heat blew the Hawks out by 50 points. So,
they did.
The Hawks had what?
The Hawks had 4 guys.
4 guys.
And
And they had 4 guys. I don't think they had Monahan. They
did not.
And they had Shepherd. Shepherd is a game. If y'all know
Shepherd can handle the ball.
Yeah.
He can handle the ball. I didn't think he could.
So it's like,
And that's gonna happen when you're not interested. When you play with 4 people, like Hawks. I ain't talking about the Warriors.
Yeah,
the
they
Hawks.
different.
but
They like shoot.
But that was like one game that had 4 people, and every team that scored 100 points this season, with the exception of one game, I think it was like the Bulls game or Bucks game or something, they all come against the Hawks.
The Celtics just beat them 102 to 59.
yeah.
It's one game. Like I take it as like it's one game at a time.
Like
they
the
go
NFL.
It's just like you said, like that's just one game. Because you got to think about it. The Lakers beat the Spurs by 2, but just barely beat OKC by 2.
Think about this though.
And OKC has been getting blown out.
Think about this though. So like the Hawks, if they want to make it to day 2 of the playoffs, they have to play 2 teams that beat them by 50.
It can be done if all their players come.
They have to beat 2 teams that beat them by 50.
That's the thing. They gotta play aggressive. Like it can be done. It can be done. Like I ain't gonna lie, Cortez is right. Like
we could do anything through Christ that strengthened us, man.
That's why we pray before everything.
That's what I'm saying.
But like you said, like something might happen. I ain't even gonna lie, and it's gonna be packed, man. So
We got to see, man.
it's anything. I ain't even gonna lie.
I'm not saying that he's gonna lose.
I'm not saying that either, but I ain't gonna say I don't think it's gonna go the way everybody think it's gonna
I
go.
don't think
All right.
50-point blowout. Like
So
Brian just said.
with all that being said,
Hawks play hard.
we're gonna go to our predictions now
For the first
for the first round. So to play the 1 seed, to play the Spurs, you have the Bulls and Bucks. Start with you, Cortez. There you go. You read left to right.
I'm a roll. I'm a rock and roll
That's the hardest
with
one.
I'm a rock and roll with the Bulls.
Okay, that's a good pick. Because I'm in this tournament, guys, I cannot give predictions. I cannot say who's gonna win. I can't, man.
Man, boo-hoo.
I cannot say who's gonna win.
Man, boo-hoo.
I cannot.
Boo.
Because I'm always gonna roll with my team. Always.
I mean, we ain't talking about your team right now.
But it don't matter. I'm not picking anybody else because it don't matter for me. That's how I'm thinking. That's why I'm not giving a prediction, because if I'm on 18, it don't matter who else I predict is gonna win, because I'm thinking I'm gonna win. So it don't matter who else wins, because when it come down to it, I'm picking me.
So between the Bulls and the Bucks, you ain't finna get your prediction.
I got the Grizzlies. That's why I'm not picking y'all, because I gotta keep that mindset for playoffs. We trying to lock in here. I gotta keep this mindset for playoffs. So good luck to everybody though. No shade on nobody there. I love everybody. But who you got, Shabron? We got Bulls going this way.
Assuming everybody shows up, I got the Bulls for this one. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think the Bulls is outscore the Bucks on this one, because the Bulls tough team to keep up with what's going on.
I agree. Who you got, Trey? Mr. Deuce?
I ain't gonna lie.
Mr. Dub from above.
This is gonna be one of them games where I'm on the fence, because the Bucks is just a slow team.
Yeah.
They play very real fundamental, like we're gonna make, like they really set up things. And then, but like you got Caleb Johnson, Tristan Schwartz, Quan Love shows up when he really wants to play. Farrar, if he really does if the man can rebound the way he needs to rebound with the hops he got in them legs, man, they can show out. But the way the Bulls can get to the bucket
And shoot that.
and stroke that thing, because of
Bulls are number 4 in offense.
and that's, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna go with the Bulls too. I'm going with the Bulls.
All right.
And Bucks, by the way, if you ain't watched this last week game against the Spurs, don't stand under that rim when Brooks got the ball. He was trying to catch a body every single time.
Oh my God, he was trying to embarrass. We laughed at that. He was trying to embarrass.
He was trying to do it every
day.
time.
Oh,
I told
man.
twice. You almost ended up on our highlight.
And I think he finished both of them.
Yes, he did. He finished.
Both of them.
And then it was almost a 2-hand slam every time. The first time I was literally looking, you almost ended up on a highlight reel. Like you were this close, pal.
I'm sorry, we squabbling if you try to dunk on me in front of my daughter. I'm sorry.
I can just grab my daughter and leave. I ain't gonna lie. If I get dunked on my kid right there, I'm just gonna say embarrassment.
2 former Cardinals right there going at it.
For real. No, definitely 2 former Cardinals. Definitely 2 former Cardinals.
And Schoon Daddy was in the stands too.
Oh, that's why he did it. Cardinal pride.
He was trying to. I'm gonna make you proud.
All right, so the next matchup for that 2 seed, to play the 2 seed, the Grizzlies, you have the Warriors and the Sixers. I'm just going to start with you, Trey. Tastes good, man.
So Warriors show up with 4. I'm going 76ers.
What?
Yeah.
They beat them with 4.
So
20.
They did.
Which 4?
I mean, it's the same consistent 3 in that 4.
Not really, because defensive wise,
I'm gonna let you know that everybody will be there.
Everybody's gonna be there.
Okay, then I'm going Warriors. That's it. Like, then the reason why I said which 4 is defensive wise. It's defensive wise. When it comes to the Warriors, so like at first when they first started had they four, it was Tone, Tyree.
It's Tyree, Miko, and Trill automatically.
And then you would have to pick between Melanic,
that Philly game
Tone.
Aaron was in that one.
Yeah, Aaron was in that one.
Okay.
And that's when Aaron really scored like
So they had
first
they played 5 games with 4 people, right? They won
four.
No, they played 4 games with 4 people. So out of those 3, Tyree, Trey and Miko. You had Charlie for one of them. They won that game. They had Aaron for one. They had Antonio Marshall for another, and then they had Malinis for another one. So that's the fourth has been interchangeable for all 4 games. So it really didn't matter.
But
they only
the
lost
scoring has been different.
last week.
I ain't gonna lie. That Tone Marshall game before was crazy.
Yeah, his pace is amazing.
Like it was crazy. But the game with Aaron was a defensive game. That was a defensive game. Aaron is their defensive man. He's a nice pickpocketer. He can do it. That's their rebound guy.
He definitely.
That's their rebound guy right there. That's the guy. He's like their decoy to get them everywhere they need to be for shots to be took. So that's why I was like, which 4? But everybody gonna be there, so we going Warriors.
All right.
But Brandon gonna show out regardless. You know that's
leading scorer 27.3. I want to say again. Doing this thing.
It's crazy.
What you got, Bron?
I'm gonna go with the Warriors just for the simple fact that the 76ers have not been able to finish. Well, essentially yesterday, they have not been able to finish games. They go up every time. They lead at halftime every time, and then they just don't finish. And that's not. You can't do that against the Warriors. Right.
So let me let y'all know something about the Sixers, which is very interesting because they finished 10th, but they're 6th in scoring, 9th in defense. But the differential between them is literally 1.2 points. They score 67.9 a game and 1.3 points. And they give up 69.2 points a game. So every game technically for them is close. Like no matter who they play, it's going to be a dogfight.
But at the end there, just turnovers late will be killing them, honestly.
Absolutely.
It's just going to go to controlling the game at the end. It's like you rushing when you don't need to. Hold the ball when you got the lead. Why are you trying to score in 10 seconds?
Yeah. What you got, man?
Really, y'all gotta do all this dialogue for this game.
Yeah. We gotta make it sound interesting. We just can't flat out be like, going Warriors. I want to see Tone again. I ain't even gonna lie. Me personally, I just want to see Tone again.
Listen,
I ain't seen him in a while, man.
The Warriors. See, it ain't even Tone that y'all gotta worry about.
It's Tyree.
It's Harry. Tone brother.
No, Harry.
Sleeper.
No, I love Harry.
Sleeper. That man is a bucket.
Professional scorer.
A
Harry
bucket.
definitely. I forgot about Harry.
Because the first game they played was when I ain't know him.
defensive
I think me and you did that game. It was our first game me and Brian did together. And we was upstairs. I'm like, who is it? And he was like, that's his brother. I'm like,
Harry's a genius.
he's a bucket. Like,
And he's a defensive.
he
scorer.
was getting,
Yeah,
he
you know what
was
he's
getting
doing.
to the money, man.
But will he be there? Because I feel like they only played like 2 games a year.
He
He
did
played
only
He
play.
played 3.
He played 3.
Okay.
He played the
Missed
first 2.
one
He
game.
played the first 2, and then he played that game against the Spurs.
That's the game I
But
said.
yeah, I
against the
picked the
Spurs.
Warriors though.
We going Warriors.
So for that third spot, the Lakers are in the 3 spot for the bye. The 6 and the 11 will play, and that's the Nets versus the Thunder. Who y'all got winning this game? We start with you, Brian.
Nets. I'm just happy I'm going to go with the Nets. I want Thunder to win, but just Nets. I want to see a Nets Lakers matchup.
That'd be a
I
great
wanna see that
matchup.
Thunder Lakers.
You feel like we saw it already. You want to see the Nets Lakers. All right. Who you got, Cortez? Who you got?
What's the question?
Nets.
Oh.
Nets Thunder.
You know,
This man play too much,
he a
y'all.
Thunder man through
He
and
play
through.
too much. I can't say nothing, y'all.
Oh man.
He a Thunder man through and through. You know?
I know I am. I'm a real big Thunder fan.
Hey, y'all, this is King Petty right now. Bro, Petty Brown out here.
When I think about the Nets, right? They didn't have Black yesterday, right? But they had everybody else.
They lost.
Man, That's tough.
And they lost to the Heat.
And they lost.
But the Heat are.
They are a really good team.
I'm gonna roll with
Need something different.
I'm gonna roll with the.
But also, listen. What if Bino show up?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
I was gonna say anything.
What if Bino show up? Bino is a real. That can change.
We talked about his stamina,
What-
though. That was the biggest concern.
And to be honest, they played better without him.
Yeah, they do.
I don't think so.
They played better without Bobo.
They do.
They played.
Bobo turns the ball over too much. That's his only real.
He needs to hit because they know Bobo not much.
KT.
Bobo.
They
He
know-
played in the league this year.
Stop playing.
Oh.
He plays y'all for. Stop playing.
I feel like with Bobo.
Oh, that's that point guard.
Y'all remember on Space Jam
This man.
when Mike stretched across half court just to out of stop playing.
I'm gonna go with the Nets.
I'm going Thunder.
If Bobo do show up and he is running the offense,
I'm going
Bobo, I
Thunder.
need you to look to score.
Oh, man.
I'm nervous, but I'm gonna go Thunder just because I always been picking the Thunder. Y'all know I'm a fan.
And the only reason why I'm picking the Nets is because they're third defensively, so they're gonna play defense. But my thing with them, man, they get too,
foul.
they get too.
They too techy.
The
Yeah,
Thunder give up 73
Mook
points
is
a game.
quick.
that's what I'm
They
saying.
give up 73
because
points a game.
LJ,
LJ.
no one on that team can guard LJ.
No, nobody.
They're gonna have to put.
Nobody.
They're gonna. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. If they want the best chance, to me, this is just my opinion. The best chance of anybody guarding LJ is Antonio Dyson, because I know he's quick enough, he's long enough, and he's strong enough to take anything that LJ has. Not saying that he's not. LJ is not gonna still do what he does, but you have another shot blocker back there, Devin Vent, third in the league in shot blocking. Yeah, he's third in the league. He averaged 1.5 a game. So, I mean, he can block shots if he's sitting under the basket. So, if you take Antonio Dyson, also is a shot blocker. He averages, I think, 0.9.
Right, yeah.
So Antonio Dyson he's strong enough, fast enough, physical enough, athletic enough to be able to do something.
Yeah.
To be able to do something. That's the best chance if you ask me. But that's up to Techie Blandon. Yeah, Terrell lead the league of blocks.
Yeah, like I said, y'all know I'm a fan of Thunder, so I'm gonna go with the Thunder just off. I'm a fan. Yeah, I've been with them since the beginning of the season. Like,
How it feels to be biased. I
I
can't
want
do
to
it.
see Nate. I want to see that Nate
I'm-
and Black.
I want to see that Nate and Black. I want to see that
Black
Nate
play
and Black.
defense, and he gonna get into Nate.
But this the thing.
Nate
Crazy
play
thing
defense,
is,
too.
I'm gonna put
That's
it.
what I'm
But this the
saying,
thing. It ain't even gonna be. It's gonna be a Nate versus Black offensively, but it's gonna be a Black versus Dubs defensively. Dubs was pickpocketing Lil Dre so crazy.
He
So
was.
crazy.
He was definitely picking that
I'm
ball
sorry.
up.
Dubs got it when it comes. He gets that
His hands
crossover
are
down. Like and he played. Like if you go back to that game, Dre was balling. Don't get me wrong. Dre was still hooping.
Mm-hmm.
But when Dubs was like defensively having him, it was raps. Dre wasn't getting nowhere.
Dubs just needs to be more aggressive offensively.
That's
I'm
it.
sorry.
That's
he
it.
He's too athletic to not finish at the basket or try to.
He
get to the
he
rim.
want to be so fancy to me, but that's the young in him.
He's
That's the
also
young
very
cat. I'm
unselfish.
sorry.
Also
That's-
very unselfish.
Yeah, just like I ain't gonna lie, he's ready to give up the ball at the rim, but at the same time, man, put that thing in the hole. Let's get back and do it again.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
I think bottom line this game is going to come down to just discipline and coaching.
I agree.
And that's why I got the Nets for this one.
I agree. That's what the last game came down to. Discipline and coaching. As we watch the Thunder Lakers
You're
match up in the
disciplined for
background.
Discipline for sure.
Yeah. So now we have the 4 seed Celtics will play the winner of the 5 and 12, which is the Heat and the Hawks. Gonna start with Cortez.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Heat. I do think it's gonna be an interesting game at first, but the Heat gonna pull away.
Okay. What you got, Trey?
I'm going Heat same way. It's gonna be an interesting game. It's gonna be an interesting. I feel like it's gonna be an interesting first half.
Yeah.
That first half is really going to determine who can really put it off, and That's what's gonna make the game interesting. And that's gonna go for every game, honestly. If you really think about it, if you look at all these matchups, other than the Warriors versus 76ers, that first half is really gonna determine who's gonna end that game.
Can I also say something? A lot of these, and people might, well, I'm pretty sure as a player, the referees plays a lot.
A big, yo, man, I'm
Keep
sorry.
my mouth shut.
No, listen.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Because y'all hear me on that broadcast. I say what I want to say. We got to keep it professional, so I'm going to keep it professional real quick. I just had to replay everything I was going to say. Man, I paused so real quick. I had to put my life
to the back of the brain and revise it.
That one lady ref, the short, light-skinned lady, she's good. She's good. Hey, she cool with calling the tech anytime. Same with the one dude that was the one bald guy. Everybody kept calling him Milk Dud. No offense.
Oh my God.
Literally, they kept messing with him yesterday. The tall, like, bro. Man, he quick. He quick to look at you.
Just don't talk to him.
Real quick.
That's it. You talk to him, you give him the time.
But it's not even the crazy thing is with y'all, and that go for it don't even be talking to them. He be getting him specifically, get y'all by talking to each other. He's quick to listen to y'all talk to each other. That's why I wouldn't, like, if it ain't packed up in there, both teams just need to be quiet. Because they go hear every conversation. Y'all could be just sitting there at the line. Man, you really ain't talking about nothing. You gonna be like, we just they'll be like, nah, y'all don't even need to be doing that. It's like, it's just a game. So it's like,
I kind of hope officiating goes like it goes for like the NBA where playoffs come, they kind of let them play more.
Yeah, just let them move.
Don't decide again on officiating.
If we ain't playing football, then let them
don't
play.
put old boy on. He
He
gonna control that game.
You gonna
hear me?
Mm-hmm.
You're out of there.
Everybody gets suspended.
Everybody.
For next season. For next season.
Just postpone the first week.
Yeah, no, I'm going Heat. But like I said, I'm going Heat. But like I said, this is gonna let every game. That first half is gonna determine who gets it all.
So everybody's pick was unanimous, except for the Nets Thunder pick. Everybody got the Bulls, so we're thinking Bulls against the Spurs in the second round, Grizzlies against the Warriors in the second round, Lakers against the Nets in the second round. We have Celtics against the Heat in the second round is what everybody's thinking. So now let's move to this is just a kind of an abstract question. Let's talk about players, a player or two. We're not gonna get too deep into it. We just want to pay some respects to the guys that's been working on their game, that's been coming in here week in, week out to play ball. And I'm gonna give mine on this one because I will pay respects to people where it's due. I'm gonna start with you, Shabron. Name a player or two that you believe showed up and showed out that you didn't really expect to.
Didn't really expect to.
Yeah, and everybody think about it while he's trying to give his answer, or I can give mine to start while you guys think.
That's interesting.
I don't know if I didn't really expect to, just because Brandon Berry is new to the league. When he came and showed out that ain't nobody touching the score.
Yeah,
ain't nobody.
I didn't expect that.
Double man all the way through. He gonna give you 35 and 12.
Yeah, real talk.
But other than that, I don't know if anybody blew me away expectation wise. There were some people I expected to do a little bit more, maybe, but as far as they exceeded expectation, I think everybody was going over this supposed to be.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say I think Cam Davis for the Heat. I didn't expect him to be that dynamic, like that game changing. Like I didn't know he was like multi-dimensional. Like he was. Like he rebounds, he plays defense, he can shoot the three, he can make free throws, he can get to the free throw line. He's guarding centers, he's switching out on guards. He's got player of the week. I didn't expect Cam Davis to get player of the week one time at all, and he did. I think he was probably one of the most outstanding guys this season just for the role he had on that team. You didn't have to draw one play for him, and he was going to make something happen every single game. Impacted them in winning, even when he wasn't shooting well, was impacting them in winning. So just totally. And Antonio Dyson, I'm gonna say for the Thunder, I think that his season was totally underrated. I think his season in totality was just totally underrated. I think what he brings to a team just wasn't exposed. But when he had his opportunity to shine, and especially when he won the King of the Hill for the All-Star weekday, because it was just a day. He definitely started to see like, oh, okay, well, these are supposed to be the top guys. Like, oh, I can score on them. Oh, I can give them like he stayed disciplined in his bag. He doesn't complain much. He goes out there and plays ball. He showed up every single week. I don't think he missed a game, whether it was winning or losing. Like, he just wanted to show up and play ball, and I think that's gonna land him on the team. Whether he goes back to play with the Thunder, if the Thunder are a team, we have to talk. We'll think about that. Yeah, I like those two guys, Cam Davis, Antonio Dyson. I still like Octavius Davis. Still like Octavius Davis for the Spurs. I still think that he's very much underrated, even though he's shown what he can do. It's just you just wonder how sometimes, because he's definitely undersized, but he's like a point, like a shooting guard in the center in the same body, like.
But just watching him playing like open gyms and stuff, I expect him to do all that. This is how he plays.
He gets it done, and I just don't know how sometimes. He's very athletic and strong, but like he's intense, and that's I think the best part of his game, like Pops, just like Pops. But I need to see his little brother get intense like that. If he had that in him, little bro would be a pro, if you ask me. But we'll talk about that another day. Who you got, Trey?
I'm gonna agree with one. We gonna get on the big two.
Yeah, we don't want to take too much time.
Oh no, it wasn't gonna be too much time regardless. Because I was agreeing with the Antonio Dyson. That was my first time ever meeting him, seeing him ball. So man's is nice, man. Anything free throw line in is going in every single time. So it's like for him to create space and get that done, or even get it done contested. I ain't gonna lie, like he already know I'm a fan of him. Like for real. That's my dog. Every week, I go straight to him. Need you to show out when he hit, he do his thing. My next one, Ronnie Jackson, Mr. Pace Setter himself,
Mr. Midi Maestro.
Man, hey, listen, he another one. Free throw in is going in, and. He know I gave him the name the Pace Setter week 8 or 9. I gave him that nickname because he came in and he ran point. And when he changed the floor of the game, like they start to spread out, they start to make great passes. He literally slowed the game down. He slowed the game. I'm like, yeah, Pace Setter. Every time getting a steal, he coming through, boom, knocking it down. Quick jumper, knocking it down. Like he's very
I like him
clutch.
being their point guard.
He's
more than
very
anything,
clutch.
to be honest.
Like when it comes to like the execution, yes, LJ gets it at the point. But when it comes to okay, we need to set something up, so let's slow this down and figure out how we can, you know what I'm saying, break down the game, break down this team. Give it to Ronnie.
If they need a bucket,
give it to Ronnie.
Him open.
Give it to Ronnie.
Yeah.
So those are my two. Ronnie Jackson.
Ronnie love that big moment.
Man, Ronnie Jackson and Antonio Dyson is for me for sure. Definitely, they both had a great season.
Who you got, Cortez?
Not to prolong the time too much longer. I only got one,
Okay.
and it's the sharpshooter himself, Mr.
John Reed. Yeah,
Rightful
I was thinking
Reed.
about that too. Yeah, Mr. Rightful Reed.
Tell him real man Reed.
Hey, he reminds me of the legend himself. I go out there and D&3, Ray Allen.
Oh yes,
Oh, yeah.
He go out there and do his job.
Ray.
And that's it, man.
looking at it.
He probably
Yeah.
is the most conditioned guy in K1.
Oh yeah.
Hands down. If you guys don't know John Reed, I follow him on Facebook, and every day he posts his he runs 2 miles a day. He runs 2 miles a day. His first mile is always like 4 minutes and 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then he finishes at like 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Or maybe less than that. So
That's tough.
to finish 2 miles in under 10 minutes is insane to me.
Because my best
Like,
time,
matter of fact, I might be lying to y'all. It might be better than that.
because listen, my best time even with being in the military was only in 11:56.
You know, John Reed.
So that's crazy. Hey, but I've seen it done though. I didn't seen a 2 mile being done in under 10 minutes. Like from people even in the military, but like as a normal like basketball
Yeah,
player,
9:32. First mile was 4:31. Second mile was 9:32.
you don't really see that like as just a normal hooper. You don't really see hoopers finishing no 2 mile and no 8, 9 minutes. That's crazy. They gonna give you a good 12-minute mile, like 12-minute 2 mile. Like I can get it done, but I ain't that 9 minutes is crazy, man.
Yeah, and it's quick. That quick trigger is deadly. He don't. The pump that makes the pump fake even more effective. So like it's not, and he can also. Yeah, I like your pick. John Reed is another guy I was thinking about as well.
I know all y'all picks was perfect.
Yeah, I like that pick a lot. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk. I got 2 more topics I want to talk about. One, we're gonna talk about guys that were underwhelming. People who we expected to do much more,
Stressed you out.
but it just didn't quite get the job done like they were supposed
Y'all already
to.
know who I'm finna say.
Honorable mention to Brody Gonzalez for the last one. Brody came in and balled out. Didn't expect Brody to do as well as he did.
I was gonna say that would be my second.
Yeah. I'm a quick shout out. I don't want people to. I didn't do that on for no hidden incentive, but it just hit my head because I'm thinking about them going through the teams. Brody Gonzalez for sure definitely came in and did much more than I expected him to do for that Celtics team. Probably one of the reasons they're number 4. Underwhelming.
What's the question?
Like some of the most like people you thought might have been effective for their team, but just didn't quite bring it. Just didn't quite bring it. Who you got, Trey?
No, I'm gonna wait on mine. 'Cause
We
I
thinking.
talk about the men's every week.
We thinking. Go ahead, man.
Y'all already know who I'm finna say.
I don't. I want to hear you say it. Say it loud.
Sammy. The man stressed me out so
Sammy
badly.
Hines.
Yes. Oh my God, like dog. And
Hey,
he
look,
know
that's-
it. This
and
is
that's
my
his family.
This is my entire cousin, and he stresses me out every weekend.
First cousin.
First cousin.
Man, kill man. So let me tell you, and this is
Your own people.
Man, it be your own people, but your own people know how like it. It's just like when you know how somebody plays, and they don't play like how they should, or how you know they know how to play. It just be like, what are you doing here? Why am I coming to see you? Like, and you're not doing what you now. Don't get me wrong. Defensively, he has gotten better with guarding someone.
He's had to play
Sammy-
center sometimes.
Yes, he has played. He has switched in between playing the 5 with playing the 3. He has guarded point guards before. He has switched up when playing Seth. Like he went from playing at one point with guarding Seth to now he's guarding Caleb. Now he's guarding he was guarding different people. So guarding wise, defensive, yes, he did improve off what I know and what I've seen him even last season. But the way he should have been defending, honestly, Sammy should have been on the leaderboard for blocks per game. That he should have Sammy could have had a lot of glass moments, but he did not take them off laziness, off just looking, because that's one of the Spurs' problem. Looking, they all got that problem, is to look. They don't follow through, none of that. But and offensively, none of his shots dropped. Sorry. Every shot took, every shot missed.
I think he had one. I think he had one game.
He had 2 good games. He had 2 games.
Played a lot of minutes.
Where he played and he actually had a great game. Sorry. 9 out of these 12 games were terrible. And it was just like, we see it.
All right. So I'm gonna go second because it popped in my head. Who I felt like was very disappointing for me, and this might be a shock to some people, but I totally think that he could have been much better this season. And it's my man's on the Lakers, and that's D. Bradley. Now this is not a knock to what he did do because this is his first season in the league, but for a guy his size, for a guy as athletic as he is. Forget the talking. Everybody talk.
It's the week.
It's everybody talk. But I think that rebounding he could have helped out much more. I think that he settled for his 3 ball entirely too much. I don't think anybody can stop him if he's not getting downhill and then just getting downhill and getting to the basket because he can make free throws. I watched a lot of his games. He gets down there and he fades away from the basket while going, and it's like, well, you can get over the person. There's not many rim protectors in this league. You're already taller than most of the rim protectors that are there. Like, it's only, to be honest, to me, it's only 4 rim protectors in this league, and that's 3 if I'm being honest, and that's Trey Johnson, Devin Venn at times, and 4. Latrell Tidwell and Chris White on my team. Those are the only guys that I see actually blocking shots at the rim.
Troy Louis could.
I mean, Troy Louis does a lot.
That's what I said.
He does a lot for them. He does a lot for them. Which is why he doesn't score the ball as much. He does so much more.
I forgot about, not trying to interrupt you, Howard. If he played, he's
Kevin
nice,
Howard,
on the Celtics, he's a nice rim protector.
Yeah, Kevin Howard is very smart. He's really a guard. Him and AP are really close for my team, so I know a lot about Kevin. He's very versatile, but mine is D. Bradley. I would like to see him do much more. I don't know if he cares, but I just want to see him be dominant and elite, and I feel like he could be that, but he just hasn't done that.
He showed flashes, it's just inconsistent, and that's what the Lakers in general. They're very, especially on scoring, they're very much volume shooters on that team. They can give you 30, so they're gonna take 30 shots to get that 30.
Would you believe if I told you that the Lakers were 8th in scoring, but tied for 4th in defense?
Yes, I would believe that. I would believe that. They're trash at scoring.
My turn?
Go ahead, man. What you got?
Yeah. I gotta go ahead and go to the Grizzlies and say my boy KB, man. KB. I thought he was gonna have a better season than what he had, leaving the Warriors and everything, and with a new team and stuff like that. Just knowing him personally, I just thought, this was gonna be a good scoring season for him, but it hasn't. So I'm gonna say KB.
And I'm sorry for keep chiming in on everybody, but the way I think, like, everything y'all saying be what I be wanting to say, but you can't just pick everybody.
Oh, yeah.
But KB, at the first 3 games, great. At the,
especially the Spurs game.
Yes, I don't know what it was. I don't know what loss that got him, or if anything is at home personal-wise, no offensively, but he's been in this, ever since, the 5th game, KB has been in the funk, man. He don't get to the bucket no more. He doesn't score the way he's not. It went from being a KB and Chad to just a Chad. They were great together at the beginning of the season. KB and Chad was a nice duo. But it's just it's now KB just be out here running.
No, that's fair.
I definitely understand.
I didn't give mine. I like all y'all picks, but I'm gonna go with a Lakers pick as well. I'm gonna go with JJ Calvin. I feel like he can do a lot more for the Lakers. He got a lot more talent than what he does in sport.
I love playing with JJ in real life. In open gyms, he is not the player you guys see in this league. This guy's shooting threes. He's trying to dunk on people. He's turn around fades.
This league, he's passive, shooting 2 shots, maybe 3 shots a game.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think he's happy on the Lakers.
No, that's what it is. It's cool though.
Yeah, he wants to be able to open up his game, I believe. Who did he play for before the Lakers? I think he played for somebody before the Lakers. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, he played for somebody. He was on that Mavericks team when they had Brett Young and Jameer and all of them. Yeah. And when I played for the Celtics, I think that's the team he was on. But yeah, that's the most underwhelming. But now we're gonna get into the final topic that I want to discuss, and then we're going to wrap this thing up. Who do you all think is the most likely to win it all?
Well, that's like giving our final pick, ain't it?
Yeah.
Most likely.
No, I'm just playing. I'll go second.
I'm going last.
I'll go first.
All right, who you got? Who you got, Shabron? Pending everybody's there for everybody. Everybody that can play is playing.
I think someone said yesterday they think Dennis is gonna make an appearance in the playoffs. He's
I know
just gonna
he
sit
is.
down. So I'm gonna have to roll with Spurs. Who I think.
We know you playing, Dennis. Stop playing around and get on the court.
I'm gonna have to go with Spurs.
The Achilles ain't nothing to play with.
It's nothing to play with, but dude, I'm sorry, he played. I didn't see him play too much on these sidelines to not want to make an appearance like he Houdini. So, but if he don't, best of luck to
Even
you.
if you just come to that
Look,
championship game, I feel
yeah.
like Spurs gonna get there. He might come play because it's the championship, but I feel like it's gonna be the Spurs and who's gonna take on.
All right, who you got?
I did say second, then
Yeah,
Second.
to become
most likely to win it all.
Most likely.
But me saying this isn't my pick to win it all.
No, none of. By the way, y'all, this is not our picks. This is just based on how the season went, streaks, by rosters. If pending everybody's healthy, like who's most likely based on what we've seen this
Okay.
season? Because after the
What
first
I've
round, just in the regular season, like because after the first round of the playoffs,
Gotta
we
make
had
that very clear.
Yeah, that's what I said from what I've seen.
The eye test rate.
With
the eye test.
with James Coleman, the Grizzlies. With James Coleman, because the man is like unstoppable. So with James Coleman,
Okay.
without him, no. With James Coleman.
And okay, see, okay.
I see what you did there. Not
Yeah.
the Thunder, man. Not the Thunder.
No.
He said, okay, see.
No, please.
I'm just.
I'm a fan, but geez, I'm not delusional. Most likely, like okay, so like you said, this is not my pick, but I'm going to be on the fence, and I'm gonna agree with you with James Coleman for sure. Grizzlies, but 5-second pause. I'm probably gonna if everybody shows up and they play defense, Warriors.
Now that's your most likely pick? Or
Yeah, most
your
likely.
pick? Oh.
No, I'm not saying a pick at all.
Oh.
That's my most likely is between the Grizzlies or the Warriors.
I can give my most likely. I can give my most likely, and I'm gonna be totally honest. At full strength, it's gonna be very hard for anybody to beat the Warriors.
It's hard.
Anybody to beat the
Hard.
Warriors. They've proven time in and time out that with 4 guys going
They
up
can
against 5
win.
guys, they can score 80+ points. That's not easy for any 4 guys to do. Like the core 3, Latrell, Tyree, and Miko, have really been the major scorers for those teams. 2 people with 30 balls, like, and you know they're shooting shots. You know they're trying to be aggressive. Like,
And the crazy thing is, with no crowd, be honest, with no crowd hyping up Tyree to just really throw up shots, see if he go. Man, listen, if he actually put up shots that he need to put up, and I ain't saying, I'm talking about like not shooting from the volleyball line, actually shooting at that 3 and make, dude got it. They got it. They can all shoot. And that's ridiculous. Like, Melanich can shoot. Trip,
He had 4 threes.
Latrell,
He had
and
4 threes yesterday.
Latrell, he can shoot when he wants to, but he doesn't need to. But he's down below. He's controlling everything inside. So it's like Miko. He can shoot. He can. Everybody can shoot. Here, they are buckets offensively. Like these dudes are crazy. Like Tone. Like they just all like you said. Like they are a very hard team to really outscore.
I feel like they need to not necessarily readjust, but that they need to get more 3-level scoring rather than just shooting threes. Like their game plan. I cannot remember the name of the school, but it's a college. For the past like maybe 5-6 years or so, they game plan. They only take 3-pointers the entire game. That's the only thing they do. And that's what the Warriors be doing.
Yeah.
All of that. Shoot.
No, for real though.
oh, for real.
Sound like KCC and me.
Damn.
The early KCC. They used
But
to.
yeah.
All right, so that will conclude our playoff preview and our season recap. Thank you guys for tuning in. For our next one, we will have one more before it's all said and done, and then possibly another one when it's over with.
Okay. I thought we were doing that today. The prediction.
The predictions, I feel like we did the predictions for the first round.
Well, we got the second round right because that's all Sunday.
Yeah, this is all
Second
one day.
round is Sunday.
Everything's
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can't do second round predictions if we don't know who's in the second round yet.
I mean, we can.
I mean, we kind of already did.
Well, okay. Well, based off our consensus,
Based off what we predicted off the first round, we can go on the second round.
we definitely can. Okay. Well, let's do it then. So,
We all have Bulls to go against the Spurs.
Yeah, we already.
so who's gonna be the final four? Let's just bring it that way. Who's gonna be the final? Who's gonna be the final four that goes into the next week?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and knock that out. Spurs, Celtics. Oh, we going final four?
Final four.
Yeah, Spurs, Celtics, Lakers. I'm gonna leave that last one out. That's
You
hard.
gotta go ahead, man.
That's hard.
Go ahead,
Are we just
man.
naming or we explaining?
Just name them.
Oh,
That's hard.
Just name it.
I'm going that.
How I feel in the moment. You got the Spurs, Celtics. I'm going Nets and Warriors.
Trey, you gonna get your last?
Warriors. Jeez.
What you got?
So, okay, let me repeat mine. Spurs, Celtics, Lakers, Warriors. Round four.
Alright. Spurs. Heat.
I like that one. That's a matchup.
I ain't seen my boy Ryan in a minute, so I don't know.
You mean Jay?
Him too.
Ryan was that last
Ryan
week?
was there. I ain't see
It
it.
was Jay that ain't been there.
Yeah,
Nets.
Nets. Ooh.
I like that. I like that.
Warriors.
Oh, that's interesting. Spurs, Heat, Nets, Warriors.
I like
That's
that.
tough.
I like every
So
last
your
one.
Spurs would face off against the Celtics, and you have the Warriors facing
No,
off
I
against
got Spurs facing out against the Heat.
the Heat. Oh yeah, Spurs facing off against the Heat, which I like that matchup. And then the Warriors facing off against the Nets. You would have the Spurs facing off against the Celtics, and the Warriors facing off against the Lakers.
No, the Nets.
The Nets. You would
I got
have
Spurs
the Spurs,
versus
Celtics,
Warriors,
Lakers.
Lakers.
Okay.
And behind the scenes, me and Cortez talked all season that Warriors, they dropped in the power rankings, but they gonna give whoever
They gonna give it, bro.
What's happening to the Grizzlies? They gonna give it all the problem early.
Hey.
So it's just unfortunate roll of the dice right there.
Listen, I'm gonna just say this. I hate to bring up last year because of last year. However, Antonio Marshall won the Warriors a championship last year. Antonio, he beat the Spurs by him. No, was it Spurs or Nets?
They played the Spurs. No, they played the Nets. Putin
Right.
made it, yeah.
He beat them by himself. Antonio, like by himself, like
And
he
they
turned
had
it on to a
everybody.
whole.
KD snapped in there.
whole
And they
other
had
game.
everybody.
KD was hooping too.
The Nets had everybody.
But offensively, as far as
Before
running that
everybody went back to
offense,
their team, they
Yeah,
had
he had
He turned it to a
everybody.
whole
He beat
other
all
gear.
of them.
Now
Yeah.
watch this. He has his brother now, bro.
Just imagine Kankakee High School between the years of 2014 through 2017 versus Antonio Marshall. He beat them.
I know.
He beat them.
Listen, man, it's just a. And then when you add, and don't count my little cousin. Like my little cousin is he's more of a. Tell me what you want me to do and I'll go do it.
Right.
With Tiandre.
Yes.
He's
always been that way.
The man still owns the block record at the Kankakee Holiday Tournament. He got 15 blocks on St. Anne. The man definitely can play defense. And he definitely scored.
He's one of those.
Aaron can
Yeah.
definitely play defense. So it's like they have
Yeah.
complementary players for Tyree, for Tone, for
Harry,
I will say
for
this.
Miko.
I will say this.
Yeah.
I said this yesterday. Miko, we need do-rag Miko to come.
Do-rag Miko.
We don't
Hey,
come
the
back.
word, hey, you gotta have do-rag Miko. If you don't wear your do-rag,
But-
y'all gonna
but
have some
I-
Long sleeve tone and do rag Miko.
You hit me, yeah.
But I am gonna say this: Grizzlies have James Cole. I'm telling you, he is the game changer for the Grizzlies. And I know what y'all been winning without him, yes. But he makes y'all better because he does things that he does things that the other players can't do. Gives them a formidable inside presence. Not knocking Seth,
right?
But they're gonna neutralize Seth. Warriors gonna lose because Seth, he's not gonna be able to go outside. James is gonna be slow. James can get out there a little bit, and he's a bigger body.
Seth just too slow.
And like I just don't see it. But that's gonna be a excuse my language. That's gonna be a good game. Warriors and Grizzlies.
That's gonna be a great game.
And I mean, you can't really tell because how much y'all beat them by yesterday before?
We beat it was 77-73.
See, that's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a
very problem.
I'm gonna just tell y'all what it is right now. We did not bring any type of energy to that matchup.
But we sat there though. We sat there. Even AP said it. Like he was like, man, like what y'all doing?
We didn't bring.
And y'all was just sitting there like it's 4 people. But that's how you know what I'm saying. Like and
I mean, no, it didn't.
Like that's how y'all literally get it.
77-73. You could have easily lost.
And that's what I'm saying. Like literally, and that's how y'all get it. Like
y'all gave right now. I want to say this. I don't know if anybody paid attention, but the Grizzlies shot 0 free throws that game.
Yeah,
they took 20. So they made 14 points from the line, but we didn't get not 1 free throw attempt. So that also changed the game as well. And for us to be able to win with no free throws was impressive, if you ask me. But in the same token, I am giving the Warriors credit for coming out there and balling because they definitely did.
Well, they
definitely
had natural
chemistry,
born scorers.
Yeah.
I mean, none offense to Chad.
No, you ain't know.
They have scorers. Like when you have
shooters,
you have Tyree, Miko, Trail, and you just throw in Malinich, and you still score 73 points.
Malinich hit 4
and Malinich was like open.
What you think Tone's gonna do? Harry's gonna do? Like I just think about I'm not saying like,
but no,
it's
just
like
you said, they court 3. Like you said, they court 3 got a back. Like
everything.
They court 3 got. It's like they court 3 got a sidekick to them. Like it ain't just me. Like I can pull somebody right off the side of me that's gonna give me them opportunities, or I can show an opportunity to down at the bucket. So,
yeah, but again, Tone's not perfect either because he had moments where he drove too far into the lane trying to kick it out, and they showed the Celtics game. That's how they lost. So I mean, obviously, I feel like Tone cleans that stuff up when it comes into the playoff time. That's why they didn't really care about coming per se. But
I will say this about the Warriors though. If for whatever reason they do come with just 4 players for one of these playoff games, stop feeding to their game plan. Their game plan is let y'all shoot threes and they're gonna outshoot y'all. And every single team
does this.
And I ain't never seen another
drive,
team.
take it to them, get them in foul trouble. Because they do not foul with 4 people because nobody's one of the lane. They just shoot threes and get them in foul trouble and get them out of there.
And the only thing that kind of made me mad about y'all on Sunday was it took y'all way too long to figure out how to defeat the box defense. Like, it took y'all way too long to be like, okay, bring everybody out, send that one person baseline, boom, bounce out. It happened every time. But it kind of took, that's too long, especially to know, like, how they already played. They always play box defense. Once they got 4 people, it's always box defense. They gonna let y'all shoot. They know y'all can't outshoot them, so they're gonna be like, okay, y'all go shoot, y'all go miss, we gonna get the rebound, we go shoot, but we gonna make it. But y'all got it. Like, that's gonna be a great game at all costs. Honestly, when it comes to second round, that probably is gonna be the most intense game.
We'll see when we get there.
At the end of the day, that's gonna be probably for second round. But other than the Lakers versus somebody, that's gonna be
that Celtics Heat game. Gonna
should have been a third round or a championship matchup, but it's gonna have to be.
Oh, bro, we gonna have to take it early.
Let's talk about Kankakee and East St. Louis.
Oh. All
right, y'all, we out. Y'all take it easy. Take it slow. Be smooth. We'll see y'all later.